Good morning. Welcome to another art lesson. In today's lesson, we'll continue looking at two-point perspective, and we are looking at what is known as bird's eye view perspective. In this perspective, bird's eye view perspective, that is, we will look at how we can construct or make drawings of buildings that are being viewed from above or from the sky, that is. So just like any other perspective, the first feature that you put in place is a line, a horizontal line known as the horizon. Okay, so this is what I'm about to construct. So my horizon will be fixed here. Will be the first feature that I'll fix in this composition. Now, having drawn the horizontal line, the horizon that is, the next feature that I'll put in place are two vanishing points. Remember, we are looking at two-point perspective, and two-point perspective uses two vanishing points to create an illusion of distance or space. So the first vanishing point will be fixed on the left end of this line, and the second one is fixed on the right end of the same horizon. So the two features have been fixed, the vanishing points and the horizon. Now, since we are looking at bird's eye view, this means that if we are working on a box or a building, we have to see the top of the building or the top of the box, that is. So meaning that everything else that will be constructed has to fall below the horizon. So having fixed the two features, the next feature that I'll fix or I'll put in place is a vertical line that lies just right below the horizon, and it will be drawn at 90 degrees to the horizon. So my vertical line will be fixed somewhere here. Now, this vertical line, remember we are working on a building. So this vertical line will act as the front corner of the building that I'm trying to work on. Okay, so the vertical line has been fixed. Now, what will happen is that at the two ends of this vertical line, you'll be required to draw a line that goes to the vanishing point on the right, and below again another line will be drawn and it will be taken to the vanishing point. So let me just fix that here. So the top end, I have a faint line going to the vanishing point. Remember what I said when we looked at the first two perspectives? We said perspective lines need not to be very dark. These lines are just simply there to guide us through the process. So the bottom end of this vertical line again, I'll have a line drawn and it will be taken to the vanishing point on the right. I'll do the same thing on the left side. So the left side will have lines coming from this end of the vertical line, and it will be taken to the vanishing point on the left. The same thing with the bottom. Another vertical line will be drawn going to the vanishing point on the left. Okay, so we have something to start with. Remember, I said that this line here is or defines the corner of the building that we're trying to construct. Okay, so what do I do next? The next feature I'll work on rather, is another vertical line that will be drawn in between the perspective lines that are going to the vanishing points. So the vertical line will be drawn there. Okay. Now, what I'll do next is that when a vertical line is drawn like this, what you are required to do is that you draw another, on the two ends of these vertical lines, you need to draw lines that will connect to the vanishing point on the left. I hope you got that. You have the vertical line drawn in between these two perspective lines. Now, on the two ends of this vertical line, a line has to be drawn that will connect this end to the vanishing point that is on the left. Okay, so this you have the vanishing point on the left, you have this end of the vertical line. So I'll draw a line connecting to the vanishing point on the left. So I've done the first one. Then at the bottom of this vertical line, I'll draw another line that will connect to the vanishing point that is on the left. Okay, so this side is done. I'll move to the left side. I'll draw another vertical line. The size or the position where you place this vertical line is entirely up to you. You can position it anywhere. It can be there, it can be here. So for this work, I'll place it somewhere here. So my vertical line is drawn there. So again, I'll work on connecting the two ends of the vertical lines, the two ends of this vertical line to the vanishing point that is on the right. So what I'll do now, I'll start with the top. So that's the end of the vertical line. I'll connect it with the vertical line on this end. So I'll draw a faint line going to that end. I'll go to the bottom. I'll work on the same thing. Connect this end to the vertical, to the vanishing point that is on that end. Okay, so what is here? This is more like a transparent box. Okay, so you can see three vertical lines that have been placed here. So this defines the front side or the front plane of this building. This side is the side plane of the same structure. So you have the back there and you have another side on the other end. So we need another line that will give us the view of the back. So where these two lines intersect, you have this line coming from the vanishing point on the left, and you have a line coming from the vanishing point that is on the right. So where the two lines intersect or meet, you are going to draw a vertical line coming to the bottom, a faint one, that is. Okay. So what you have here is more or less like a box, a transparent box. You can see the back, you can see the sides, and so on and so forth. So what I'll do now, I'll try to darken this box so that you can clearly see what has been constructed. So let me just darken this so that we remain with the box that has been constructed. And this one here as well. Then we have this side and the other side and the other side. Then we have this line darkened as well. Now, this is some kind of a box drawn in perspective and being viewed from the top or from above. So if you erase these lines, remember were just guiding you. Remember these lines were just guiding you. You don't need them anymore, so you're going to erase them. And what you remain with is a box that is being viewed from the top. Now, like I said at the beginning, when you're viewing something from the top, you should be able to see the top or the roof. If this is a building, this is the roof. and you have the sides being viewed as well. So this is how you work on what is known as bird's eye view perspective. So what I'll ask you to do is go through the same process and see if you are able to construct a box or a building in perspective that is being viewed from the top. Thank you so much. Until next time.